I think a lot of guys mess it up when it comes to leading to the kiss. Now, some overdo it and some don't even reach there. And guys, I've been guilty of this myself, overdoing it. When I was a guy who was just learning pickup, I got some good reactions from girls, and of course, I understand how it is, right? You're in the field, you're talking to a beautiful girl, she wants to make out with you, and you really want to make out with her. But if you overdo it, it's not really a good thing, because then the girl already knows the preview of the bedroom and she's like, hey, why don't we exchange numbers and we catch up later? And that's what usually happens with 90% of the men out there. Maybe she's a shy girl, maybe she's a conservative girl, maybe she doesn't like that. And especially in a conservative country like where we are, guys actually fear that a lot more because they don't know how the girl is going to respond. A lot of guys think that girls don't like sex, girls don't like that, all of that. Girls love sex just as much as you do, and that is the reality of the world. But in a conservative place, some people think, hey, it's not okay when you're meeting the girl for the first time. Maybe she's not that open, maybe she's a little conservative, maybe she judges me if I try to make a move on her. And because of not knowing how to act, because of not knowing how to sexually escalate on the girl in a way where she accepts your escalation, where you can actually kiss her, and a lot of people I know don't have any clue about this as well. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to kiss a girl. Now, before I even start, guys, I want to share with you my insights. Now, I've been coaching a lot of guys in the personalized coaching program, alright, where I'm coaching people one-on-one. It's an online program, and I'm helping them get better with their dating life. Now, one common pattern I'm seeing is the guys who are going out on dates and they're unable to escalate on the girl, they're unable to kiss the girl on the first date, they're not landing second dates. And this is a common pattern I'm seeing on all age groups. Now, what does this mean? Now, understand, this basically means that if you don't escalate on the girl in the first date, if you don't make a move on the first date, then the girl is gonna feel a little weird. Now, I understand, a lot of you might say that, hey man, you're talking about the West, you're talking about metropolitans. I want you to understand one thing, girls love sex equally as much as you do. So with that understanding, you also have to understand, if you go out on a date, you spend 50 minutes with a girl, alright? Before the date, you text the girl, you set up the date, you're texting the girl for a week, right? She's interested in meeting you, you are interested in meeting her, but then you go on to the date, and you fail to escalate. Whatever the reason may be. You might think that, okay, maybe she's gonna judge me, maybe I'm not ready yet, maybe I don't know how to do it. Whatever the reason might be, you fail to escalate. Understand, the build-up of the date is gonna go down, alright? As soon as the girl goes home, she's gonna backward rationalize and she's gonna think, oh, this guy was such a pussy, he didn't even make a move. Now guys, one more thing with this is, if there's no physical intimacy between you and the girl in the first date, then definitely there's very slim chances of getting the second date. The probability goes down by 90%. Now, I have a student in one boot camp, he's talking to a girl, the girl is really interested in him, and she's literally leaning him on his face, alright? She's literally leaning him. She's playing with her hair. She's giving all the indicators of interest as she can. The guy's looking at it and the guy's not making a move. He's so scared to make a move because he's never kissed a girl. Now, I was pushing him, hey man, why don't you kiss the girl? Go in for the kiss, go in for the kiss. And the guy did not have that courage. He was like, hey, I've never done this before. I don't know, I'm gonna mess it up. I could see all the body language movements. The girl was really interested. The guys didn't go in for the kiss. Continued the conversation, and what happened? The interaction fizzled out. Alright, the interaction fizzled out. You have to understand, if you take too much time to make a move, especially this, you take too much time to make a move, what will happen is the interaction will fizzle out eventually. You can pump up the interaction, you can pump up her emotions, you can tell her about yourself, but all of that without physical intimacy is nothing. So let's talk about the right way of doing things instead of the wrong way of doing it. Now, even before the kiss, you have to build it up. You have to build up the sexual tension to lead to the kiss. Why? Now, if you don't build up the sexual tension, if you just talking to a girl and you just kiss her like this, she's gonna freak the fuck out. She's probably gonna slap you because she's not expecting that. Understand, why are we creating sexual tension? Is because the girl, she can feel some emotions, alright? She can sense the vibe that we are actually interested in her. She can see our intent through our sexual tension, and she knows that we want to make a move. She's mentally prepared for you to come closer to her, face and kiss her. But if you don't do that, if you're just talking to a girl casually, you're talking to a girl normally, you fail to build the sexual tension, and you just go in for the kiss, the girl will 99% of the cases reject you. Not because she doesn't want to kiss you, because it's so surprising, it's all of a sudden, and it's so unpredictable that the girl is going to reject you. Maybe she even likes you, alright? Maybe she even likes you, but at that moment, she's going to reject you because there's no sexual tension. You fail to create the sexual tension. Now, which brings me to the next thing, how to create that sexual tension. Now, you can create that sexual tension with just talking slow, alright? Taking pauses when you're talking, deepening your voice tonality, having laser eye contact, and playing with your facial expressions. Now, this is how you build up the sexual tension. And apart from that, you can also use your verbal communication, your conscious communication, to talk to the girl and make it a lot more flirtatious. Now, once you have successfully built the sexual tension, the next thing that you have to do is go in for the touch. Now, you need to touch the girl, you need to physically escalate. It's called physical escalation. You need to physically escalate to see where the girl is at. Is she reciprocating to your touch in a positive manner or a negative manner? Because if you're touching the girl and you can sense some hesitation, or she's resisting, or she's pulling back, that is not the right time to go in for the kiss. What you need to see is you need to see her reciprocating to your touch in a positive manner. Because if she's not, then it's not the time yet. She's not there yet. You need to build more comfort, more trust. Now you might ask, hey man, how am I going to build more comfort, more trust? Now, changing locations is one way of building more comfort and building more trust. And what is changing locations is basically, you meet the girl at the bar, you tell her, hey listen, I can't hear you properly over here. Why don't we walk over there? Then you take her to the other end of the bar, and then maybe you go to the rooftop, and then maybe you go for a dinner place, and then you go home. Alright, understand, when the girl is with you and you're shifting multiple locations, it's only you and her which is the constant in that environment, and that builds massive trust and massive comfort. Now, relatability and emotional connectivity also builds a lot of trust, a lot of comfort. So if you see that the girl is not there yet, make sure that you're emotionally connecting to her, and you're talking, whatever you're talking is relatable as well. Because at the end of the day, if you're just talking gibberish, alright, if you go to the girl, you're talking gibberish, you're talking about something that you are interested in and the girl is completely not interested in, maybe like rocket science or something, the girl is going to be attentive, the girl is going to listen to you. However, she's going to lose interest really fast, because that is something that does not interest her that much as it interests you. Now think about it, if I talk about rocket science over here, or if I talk about maths over here, you're not going to be interested, you're going to lose your interest. You're probably going to watch my video, you're going to click on my video because you've been watching these videos, but you're going to lose the interest, you're going to shut it down, probably never going to come back on the channel either. So make sure when you're talking to the girl, you're talking about something relatable. Now, I'm not saying that always keep on thinking what she would relate with. There's just some general topics that girls would relate with, which is travel, talking about themselves, talking about their passions. And as you're talking to them, as you're getting more information out of them, you will have a better idea what this particular girl would relate with. Now, once you're doing all of this, if you're in a conservative spot and you think, hey man, I'm in a conservative city, I'm in a tier 3 city, or maybe you can be anywhere in the world, just make sure whenever you're talking to the girl, you try to understand her socio-cultural conditioning, which basically means you try to understand that if I make a move on her, is she going to be comfortable? A lot of very conservative places, a girl might not be as comfortable because she might know a lot of people around. If you're in a small town, a girl might not be that comfortable hooking up with you in public. So for that reason, you have to isolate the girl, which basically means you have to take her from one location to another location where no one can see you, where she feels safe being herself and she knows that there's no one to judge her. And this is not actually a thing which is area specific. You also need to understand the social dynamic. Maybe you're out in a small town, the girl is very open, but she's with her best friend and her best friend likes her. She's not going to make out with you in front of her best friend. So you need to also understand the social dynamics wherever you are. You need to understand who is she with, who's looking at her, what is the main objection that she has that she's not kissing you. You have to focus on all of these things. And guys, once you're going in for the kiss, I've seen a lot of guys just going in and just playing a lot with their tongue. Understand that a girl will get disgusted, a girl will get turned off if you try to do all of that in the first kiss. So that's why whenever I'm kissing the girl, any girl for the first time, I'll keep it super light. I'll usually go in, I'll kiss her a little bit and I'll take a step back. And this is very important because if you don't do that, if you just keep on going in, then what happens is the girl feels that, okay, there's too much pressure, and she feels a little suffocated and she feels that maybe I'll not be able to stop this guy, maybe he wants more. And when the fear creeps in her head, she's gonna stop you, she's gonna push you a little back, and then she's gonna have that resistance. Hey, I don't wanna go home with this guy, I've already made out with him for a bunch of minutes in the club. I already know what's gonna happen in the bedroom, it's gonna be same. And that's when the girls will tell you, hey, why don't we take numbers and we continue this conversation later. Now at that point, if you're kissing a girl and you take her number, it's a gone set, which means you will probably meet her, probably not, but you could have pulled that girl, you could have taken that girl home then and there, but it's a gone set because you've taken her number and now it's done. And this happened with me once. I was talking to a girl, we started making out and she's like, hey, listen, I have to go home. Why don't you take my number instead? Never settle for the number, guys. Never settle for the numbers. Always aim for the pull. If you've kissed the girl, always aim for the pull because you have more probability of taking her home. And if you take a number, that probability just goes down by 90%. So the conclusion is, don't overdo it. And if you're going out on a date, always understand that she's coming out on a date. He can be anywhere in the world. You can be anywhere in the world, but you guys decided to be there. So she's definitely interested in you. So don't hesitate, alright? Because if you hesitate before going in for the kiss, the girl is going to see that. Your state is going to get transferred to the girl. The girl is going to feel, oh my god, he's not comfortable doing this. Why is he even doing this? Some weird shit. Maybe he's trying something. Oh, I'm not comfortable. So even if the girl likes you, she's going to reject you. If she senses that hesitation, if she senses that you're not that comfortable, you're not that confident with your move. So when you're going in for the kiss, always go in slow and don't just overpower her, which is, don't grab her or go towards her. You're meeting her in the middle. It's something like you're meeting her in the middle. You're meeting her in the middle and you're waiting for her to come to you. It's not like you're going all the way in, but you're waiting in the middle. And generally, that's how I make it happen. I kiss the girl a little bit. I take a step back. I'm like, hey, I'm a pretty shy guy. She's like, no, you're not shy. I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty shy guy. This is a public place. Why don't we go somewhere private? And I pull the girl. And that has been my pulling routine since a very long time. It has been my pulling routine since a very long time. And now I know you guys are going to try it. It's going to get burnt. But don't worry, I'll make a new one pretty soon. Now this had been my routine for the longest time. I would just kiss the girl a little bit, tell her I'm a shy guy, and then tell her, hey, why don't we get out of it? And this works like a charm. So test it out, try it out for yourself. Let me know in the comment section how it is. And guys, if you really want to work on your dating life, if you really want to learn about attraction, learn about female psychology, hop on a call with my team. All you need to do is click on the pinned comment below, go to the website, schedule a call with my team, and we'll see how we can help you and add value in your dating life. This is your coach Arunav, and I hope to see you on there.